to introduce myself, my name is Maggie Kovacs. I am head of artist relations here at VIDA in our San Francisco headquarters. I am joined by my colleague Anna Paula, who is runs our pre-production. So she's the one who takes the amazing digital previews you all create in our studio and manages the team that brings them to life through the product. So she is the guru to answer all of your design questions, concerns, thoughts, suggestions, and to make improvements and help you get the best out of your VIDA experience. So it looks like everyone has finished the survey. So we're going to go ahead and start with watching the YouTube video that perfectly explains who we are as a company, what we believe in, and always at least gets me excited to wake up and go about my day making VIDA as great as possible. So I hope you guys enjoy.
VIDA is a collaboration between designers and makers who can each be in any part of the world to come together and build beautiful, original, artful products that are made in a responsible way that create beauty at every step of the way. So the idea was that could we not use technology to collapse the distances between a designer and a maker, bring them together in a meaningful way, but then really build this ecosystem such that all the players, they all get equal returns from this process of building products that are original and beautiful and that people really want.
I'm from Venezuela, Latin America. Most of my inspiration comes from my hometown in my country. I learned how to be myself and how to be an artist and how to be a graphic designer. We've always had a lot of flowers, so when I started painting and illustrating, that was what came more naturally.
For our designers, we want to give them access to manufacturing, for them to be able to convert a design vision, an idea, into a real product. What we do is we set a canvas. So we would say we're going to design scarves that are inspired by art around the world. And we invite designers from all over the world to fill that canvas, if you will. We really went after the best fabric, and we're doing a 100% modal scarf in Pakistan.
इस फैक्ट्री में जब से काम कर रहा हूँ, जब से मेरे को फ़ायदा, मैं यहाँ से छोड़ के ही नहीं जा रहा हूँ और ना कभी छोड़ूंगा। बच्चे मेरे पढ़ते लिखते भी हैं, जो भी है अल्लाह का शुक्र है, मैं खर्चा बर्दाश्त करता हूँ।
Textile industry is a $1 trillion industry, but there is a real impact of that in countries like Pakistan and Bangladesh and India. My mom, who really instilled this idea of not really following, what everybody else is doing, but figuring out a path for yourself and seeing, what makes common sense rather than what is common opinion. How can we rebuild commerce so that the inefficiencies in the system that existed, centuries ago could be removed? Our hope is that with every VIDA purchase, that our shopper feels connected to a part of the world and inspired by somebody's original design vision, and that they know that they are making a difference in somebody's life, that someone is the person who made the product that they are wearing today. We hope that our woman feels cultured and beautiful, and that our products lift her up from the inside out.
Awesome. Okay, I hope you guys love that video as much as I do. Great way to get to know VIDA. Okay, so in the beginning, we're going to go through, I'm going to start with giving you a little bit more information about VIDA as a company, the basics, run you down how it all works, what you do, And then I'll hand it over to Anna Paula to go over the more in-depth questions and best practices for creating a beautiful product every time, where you don't have to worry about, is it going to turn out the way you want it or not. So let's get started. So VIDA, who are we? As you could probably tell in the video, we're a very mission-driven company. We believe in creating beauty every step of the way, and that doesn't just mean the final product. That means supporting and empowering the artists like you all who have such amazing work that we want to help share with the world. So empowering you all to be able to do that, to create these opportunities for you to be able to produce one-offs without any investment cost or a lot of financial burden for you all. But it also extends to our factory workers who are actually creating it. We provide literacy programs for them, and we use literacy to mean any type of learning. So in Pakistan, it's reading, writing, basic math. That's the type of literacy programs we offer for them. In India, most of them are literate, so we do financial literacy, how to open a savings account, how to write a check, very basic things that they were never taught or don't have access to the knowledge and understanding of how to open a bank account. Then in Turkey, they're literate as well, and it's a predominantly female factory. They have a big issue with female rights right now. Female genocide going on. It's getting better. There are now, since Turkey joined the EU, there are laws protecting them. However, it's such ingrained in the country that the women are scared to seek help. So we've started conducting seminars for these women. So it's women's rights literacy. So we're teaching them the resources that they have in the country to go get help, to go if they have an abusive husband, father, brother, however it may be, boss, to go seek help and shelter and protection there, and that, that they will be protected and that they don't need to be scared to ask for help and they don't need to be silent about this anymore. So those have been hugely successful. In the beginning, we weren't able to publicize much of it because the women were so worried that their safety would be compromised if people knew that they were attending these seminars. So, it's a great part for me. I help run this with another coworker of mine, these programs, and, it's just so passionate. The flip side of that is that we love to help our artists in their endeavors. So for International Women's Day, we had some women who submitted stories on what they've done to promote women's rights. One of them is an artist, Karina Hazlitt from New Zealand, and she does art therapy for victims of sex trafficking in Vietnam. And the work she's done with these girls has been amazing. So we supported her and shared her story. So we ask that you continue sharing your stories, articles on our social media with us so that we can see it and we can share it with the rest of our community, because there's lots of artists. We are so blessed to have a community of artists that are so willing to step up and make a difference in this world. We want to connect you all to be able to help each other in those endeavors. We even have an artist who will be going to Africa soon on public works projects, and we're going to do a call for donations for art supplies for him to take to kids in the schools. The last time he went, of course, he's an American, and he was laughing that he knew there was 150 kids, so he brought 150 boxes of Crayola crayons. Seeing as he's an American, that's normal. Like, if you're going to bring supplies, you're going to bring each kid a small box of crayons. He gets to the school, and the principal looks at him and goes, "Each kid gets one crayon." They've never even seen a crayon. They only need one. And he looked at them and he was like, you can't just give them one. They need to be open to, creating and feeling and experiencing all the different colors of the world. So he's always doing collections for the next time he goes to third world countries to bring. So we're going to start promoting that so that you all can donate. We're asked all the time, how can you donate to our factory workers? You have extra supplies that you want to share with kids. This is what we mean about being bigger than something than yourself. When you're part of VIDA, you're part of our VIDA family. We want to support you all through creating videos, sharing your story, through our VIDA Voices social or Instagram account that is all about the hashtag Make Art Make Change, meaning that we want to help spread love, hope, and acceptance throughout our world through art. Sometimes you don't need words. Sometimes art, is worth, just like a picture is worth 1,000 words. Art is so much more powerful and, you know, brings more change than being overly wordy. So we just want to make sure you guys know that we are here for you. We want to know when you have gallery openings, what you're doing to give back in your community, and we want to share it with the rest of our community as well so that they can get involved or you can get involved with them as well. We really want to develop this community sense of community, and that's what my goal for 2017 is. That's why we're starting these webinars so that you guys understand more of what we're doing, what we're trying to do, and where we're going, and that we hope you can have a little bit of patience, as we do only have probably like 10, 12 people in our San Francisco office. So we are a very small startup, but growing rapidly because we've had amazing artists who really believe in what we're doing, and that excites us. Just sometimes moving towards these goals of full on community and being able to share everyone's stories and everyone's posts takes some time as we move forward. But I will say, I'll put a little plug in for encouraging you all to share your stories with us. I do have a couple interns starting this summer from college who will be helping share the stories more on our site and on all of our social media platforms. So please, please, please keep sharing, keep tagging us in post on our Facebook page, tag us on Instagram, be part of our Make Art, Make Change campaign, really share with us. And this summer when they're in, we'll really kick up how much we're sharing. Okay, so designing with VIDA. We are a free platform. There is no investment in designing with us. You log on by yourself, which most of you have made an account. Very easy form. The first time you come, you put your first name, last name, email, create a password, and you're done. You can immediately start creating products. We create the economies of scales with our factories. So through our partnerships with HSN, with SF MoMA, and different Latote is another one, which is a clothing subscription company. Through these partnerships, we're able to create the economies of scale with our factories so that any artist can produce a product without having to invest. So we take away the burden of having to form these relationships with factories. We take away the burden of having to fulfill orders and to have a site that can handle credit card information. We take care of all that for you so that you all can focus on what inspires you, art. And we also, as the video said, we do not believe in holding inventory. We do not want to contribute to the waste that already exists in the fashion and textile industries. We only create what is going to be loved. So unless it's purchased, we do not create it. So we really want to be as conscious as we can with our Earth's resources. Okay, so for the studio demo, so I did see a few people had questions. Okay, so here's my personal page. So I know a couple people were asking about how to change their name. If you go to the edit button, yes, it looks like this is just for the cover picture, but it's actually for everything. So you can change your name there, put in your city. I did my hometown. Obviously, I live in San Francisco, your country, and then you can fill out your bio. From here, you also can upload your profile picture, your cover picture. I really want to encourage you all to really take advantage of the bio and your location because it's really amazing. Hey, we want to do something, a segment that is showcasing locals from New Orleans. We want to be able to, on our end, search and find all of our artists from New Orleans, and then we can share, hey, these are the artists we have from this town. We've also had times where HSN has wanted art from somebody from all 50 states. So again, it's really important that you put your location and a brief bio about you so we can get to know you on our end, so we know what you're passionate about. We know what inspires you. We know about you so that when opportunities for partnerships come up, we know a little bit about you so that we can think, oh, hey, Rebecca is really interested in this. This is her passion, and this opportunity to partner with this company just came up. We should introduce them, because they really align with what they're trying to do. So then from here, if you go into account settings, this is the most important part. You need to connect your PayPal email. This is how we're going to pay you monthly. So ignore the note that says required to receive quarterly payments. I'm going to make a note to ask our engineers to update that because as of last month, as of April, we started making payments monthly. So for the April payments, should be being paid right now within the next week or two. So you get your money the next month. So we're really working hard to get the money back in your pocket as soon as possible. From here, you can also add in your social media, which again, this helps us. This allows us to then follow you all on social media so that we see what you're posting and if you're posting about us, different things like that. And again, if you tag us, it works in the same way. So if you post something about a VIDA product, tag us, we'll see it, we can repost it to ours, and we can start following you and showing our support for you in that way. You can also view the VIDA terms and conditions, which has changed recently. Our brand standards, which is no nudity, no violence. Basically, think family friendly. We wouldn't want a parent and child online shopping and to see something inappropriate. So that's that. What's really exciting right now, or another thing is everybody asks, what about sales? This is your dashboard. It will list all of your products and how many sales. You will also be notified when you get a sale. And it will also tell you how many times it's been shared or liked on Facebook. So it also says the live. So I've got a couple of drafts in there, and you can see what I've sold. So remember, things will change if something gets returned or for whatever reason they ask for a refund. So this is only showing products that have been paid for, because you only receive the daily 10% commission if on a paid product. And remember, a lot of people think 10% sounds so small, but really it really does add up. And we've had a lot of people make over 30,000 last year from our site, and 10% is, the peace of mind that all you have to do is create the product, share it. Sometimes we work on sharing it as well, and then we take care of, housing your collection. You're basically a private online shop. We handle the fulfillment and the manufacturing. We are working on trying to do a sliding scale so that as you sell more products, you get higher and higher commission. So we reward you for promoting your work and selling your work and get with higher commission. We currently don't have the engineering capability to do that with how our automatic payments work. However, we are working toward that, and my bet is that by the end of the year, we'll have that system in place where once you meet a certain threshold, you will be able to receive a higher commission for your products. So you are notified when people are coming to your site. Really exciting is, well, first let's show you the FAQ, because I think a lot of people miss seeing this, and it's so helpful. Okay, well, not all of these things will be for you all. Some of these, so these ones, that I'm highlighting right here are all for you all. The rest are internal ones for my internal team, and you can find a lot of really great information on the artist resources, especially social media, how to get your post on VIDA's Instagram page. This was the HSN 40th anniversary call for art, the competition we did, uploading basics. I showed a lot of videos yesterday about how to upload your design that we'll show again today, mirroring image for scarves. All of these things that Anna Paula will go through in a little bit are also on here, so you see the links to the videos as well as the articles. And so you can see link for PC users, link for Mac users, how to get the software. This is free, and it is so easy to mirror your scarves, which is a great option to do. So that's the feature I want to show. And what's really exciting that just got launched, as some of you may have seen, is our promotion dashboard. So now you can send a professional looking email to everyone in your current customer lists. You put in your contacts emails here, separated by commas or new lines, and then you do your subject line, you do your introductory message. Hello, I've created wearable art with VIDA, a company committed to creating clothing in a socially conscious way, and would like to share my most popular designs with you. So you can do it this way. And then you can even give them an offer. Enjoy 15% off your order. Expires in 5 days. Use Discover VIDA. And then I can choose, and then it's going to do your best selling ones, or you can choose to do more, and then you can press send. So I will send this to myself and then show you all what it looks like in just a minute when it comes through. So for product creation, I am going to hand over the mic to Anna Paula. Take it away.
Hi guys, I hope you can hear me. So I just wanted to give a little insight of what maybe doing like the lowest res and what the highest res would be for best quality and what you can get away with. We have found that using your iPhone 5, 6, 7, I think even the iPhone 4, you can take a photo of your artwork on a canvas, or if it's a sculpture, what have you, you can still get the highest quality as long as you choose the highest quality that's offered in saving that image. I believe there's usually a small, medium, large, and an actual size. So just choosing the highest dimensions is your best bet for that. And that would be the image that would be sent in for us to do the printing on our end. I would send it to my template agents and they would create the template for the printer to get your artwork into the beautiful product that you've chosen. So I actually have an alternative app that we can use because I know not everyone has Photoshop. So I have a link to one called Photor, and it was easily found on the apps feature on your computer. You can also find it online. There's other alternatives. I can send that over to you. I have a PDF that you can easily follow along with me. All you have to do is you go into the collage, and then it'll take you to a page that is two vertical rectangles, and from there you're going to start your customizing of the layout for the mirroring. So say you're working with a modal bar, you're going to go into the right hand side of the taskbar, and you're going to change the ratio from 1 to 1 to 1 to 3, and selecting the horizontal view, and that will layer both rectangles on top of each other, showing the mirrored layout look. And from there, you're going to move on to import the image that you're going to be working with, importing them into both rectangles. And once those are placed, you continue to work on the right-hand side of your toolbar, and you'll find the rotating tool and mirroring tool, or the reflect tool. And from there, you'll be able to position how you want the mirroring to take place. And it's important to remove the white borders that come with this template because we highly discourage using borders in your artwork because we cannot guarantee that those lines will be as straight as they come in the preview image, and also the cutting and stitching of how each individual scarf or product, what have you, we cannot guarantee that it will come out as perfect as we would hope for it to come. So moving along, as you remove the border on the template, you'll see that the two images will be linked together and it'll seem as one whole piece. Once you're finished, you will just do a file export and you save it into your desktop or wherever you'd like, wherever you remember, and then you upload it into the preview, and it'll show in our studio how and if you would like that image to be mirrored. So it's really easy. It's a super simple tutorial. Of course, you can ask me, but it's probably one of the simplest apps that I've ever found and used for mirroring, and it's free, which is even better. We have a video that shows how to upload images. Did you want to show that, or is that more for a reference point?
Nope. If you can share that one, that would be great. Can you go through the process, getting the video? A lot of people are asking if the HighRes uploader isn't working, how can they share it with us to get it to the template team via Google Drive, Dropbox, or WeTransfer? Can you go over that with everyone?
Yeah, of course. So we prefer the HighRes uploader. That should be the number one. But if of course, if there are moments that does not work, feel free to send it through WeTransfer is great because that is it's a free site that you can upload. I think up to 3 gigs or it's a high amount of sizing that you can upload your artwork and send it off to our VIDA site, and customer service will import that over. Well, they'll import and send over to our template agents, and we can easily grab and download that file. You can also use Dropbox if you have an account for Dropbox, or just share us a link with that high-res image that you have. We can also download it on our side with no problem. So I see that a few people are asking about the DPI. So I hope I'm saying your name correctly, Laika Fatima. You're asking about your images from your mobile. It's only coming out to 79 DPI. I would check you're saying that the file size is large. If you want, you can send that over to us, and we're happy to check. What you can do on your end, though, to avoid that step, to save time for yourself and just to get the information, is you can open the image in your computer, and if you have a PC, I believe you would open it in a viewer app, and you can hit Control I for information or Control D for details, and it'll show you the resolution and the dimensions of that file. It's the same idea as opening it on your Mac computer with the preview app. You can do Command I or Command D. I cannot remember which one it is, but it's one of those. I believe it's Command D, and there it will show your dimensions. There have been times that we've tried working with enlarging the image on our end, but we do prefer that you do it on your end because we don't want to stretch the image too much, and we want to make sure that you've approved of it. You can, I believe, with pixlr.com, I will create a tutorial to show how to enlarge an image to solve any of those issues. And again, it's a Photoshop alternate that is free, and it can probably make a lot of miracles for you for you on helping out with the resolution and the image size of things.
Let me share my screen again. So each VIDA designer has their own custom link. So here I'm on my studio page. I can just click view my collection, and it will automatically take it to me. So everyone's is shopvida.com /collections / your name, or whatever the name is. So this is the link that we recommend people share on their websites. Most of our artists use it as their personal website that they include the link to on their social media platforms. We have people who make business cards with this URL. It's really handy for sharing this so they don't get lost on our site. However, search features are being improved as we do this call by our amazing engineering team. So everything will get better, but we do recommend that you pay attention to this URL, and this is what you should be sharing. And so then somebody also asked what other products. So let's go to, I'm going to go to, if you scroll over something, you can do reuse design, and then you don't have to upload the small file again, and it will automatically link to that same high res. So you only have to upload that high res once. So I'm going to click reuse design. So now I've got my image here. And so we've got scarves. We've got lots of different types of scarves. Again, for the really long ones, we do recommend that you mirror. So that would mean that the image is facing, so this one's facing up, and this one would be facing up as well. So they'd be mirrored to each other. So that way, if you're wearing it, it looks like both sides of the image are straight up and down. So we also have tops. So we've got different types of bags. We have the new fold-away tote that I love. This is like those great sturdy bags to go to the farmer's market with, or for really going to a picnic, going to what you bring to the grocery store, anything. So then we have the statement clutch, statement bag, the print over tote. This has fast turnaround time because it's made in the US. However, I will say all of the products that are made in our true VIDA factories and that aren't through third-party partnerships are much better products, at least in my opinion, because they're more handmade, amazing quality for a very affordable price, whereas any products made in the US is going to be a little bit more expensive for the quality just from US costs and the quicker turnaround time. We have various different types of tops, the boyfriend knit, another product made in the US, pocket squares, accent pillows, sheer wraps, and just so you know, we have tapestries coming up soon and more home products. We have a lot of really new and exciting products coming up. So that's the different products, since I did see somebody asking about that. And I want to emphasize again, when you're uploading this image, this should be a small image. That's what keeps this working so fast so that you can rotate quickly and enable pattern reprint and go bigger and go smaller at the drop of a hat. This is not where you're doing the, this is not where you're uploading your high res. High res goes in the HighRes Uploader right here. This is where the big ones, and it needs to be the large enough files to be able to print with. However, if for whatever reason something gets submitted and that it is not high enough quality, we will reach out to you and work with you to either fix it, mirror it, be creative with how to make the image work, or you have the option of canceling the order and doing it with a new image that is stronger, or submitting a new image to us. So those are just a few things I wanted to go over.
So here I'm going to show you how to set up your design in our preview page. First I'm going to upload the design I want to work with. And here I already chose my product. If you want to replace your artwork, just hit the upload button and you get the dialog box again to choose whichever your preferred image is. Down below you can resize your artwork. You can enable the pattern request, and downsizing the image, you'll see more of the variety of patterns that is given. You can easily click and drag to move the positioning of the image to your liking. You can name your product. Here I chose sample. If you want to rename it, just click on the text again and you can rename it however you'd like. For this tutorial, I'm going to hit save as a draft, and then it will take me to my main page where I can edit, redo, reuse design, and if for some reason you decided that you do not want to continue with this product, hit the redo button and it'll take you to the main page again and you can start all over.
AP, can you please tell us the email address that they should be sending WeTransfer, Dropbox, and Google Drives to?
So you can send it to our WeTransfer team that I will link into. Actually, I will put it into. That way you can easily copy and paste it. But once that once that information is sent over, we'll easily input it into our system that we use to send over to our template agents. And if there's any trouble, we will do an artist outreach. And we like to get a response, just so everyone knows, we like to have a turnaround time of a response of no more than 2 days if there's any issues with your artwork. That way we can put your product into production as soon as possible. I saw a few questions in the chat box regarding the mirroring on sleeveless shirts. As of now, we only have a solid color option. I just wanted to answer that question quickly. There's no mirroring on that. It's mostly on scarves, but if anyone does need any tutorial on how to upload the high-res information or links for Dropbox and WeTransfer, I can also make a tutorial and add that into the whiteboard dashboard. I saw that Rebecca Horn, you're asking if it's RGB or CMYK. We prefer CMYK. That's what we use for our digital. RGB, I believe, is saved in Photoshop or whatever design file that you have, but to save the file into CMYK is most preferred. And if you have a grayscale, if you have an image that you want to keep in grayscale, be sure to, it's very important to save that file in the grayscale mode. Otherwise, there is a possibility that any hidden saturation in that image will show once the printed image comes out on the product. And in order to avoid it, again, just save it in the grayscale mode.
If somebody is asking, can they specify CMYK colors?
Oh, no, it's in the file. You can make a note, but the file should just be saved in the CMYK mode. There, I can double check, but to be honest, just go into the file itself and also checking the details of that image, even with the preview app or a viewer app, whatever you have, PC or Mac, it'll show the color mode of that file.
People are asking, is it still okay if they submit RGB images?
Yes, it's definitely okay to do that. We will save it on CMYK on our end, but if we see a change in color, we would send a artist approve just to make sure that we're not printing something that you would not approve of. So yes, you can send in RGB.
Awesome. I'm just about to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for your time and have a great day.